You see this guy? Icon. I'm talking Garfield, the movie, starring Bill Murray. I'm talking Garfield, Tale of Two Kitties, also starring Bill Mother Murray. Do you see what I'm trying to say here? Garfield is a powerful entity that cannot be stopped. He's affected countless mediums. He's had his own comic, he's had his own shows, even his own video game. You hear what I'm saying? They made something Garfield themed for gamers like you and me. Now, I'm not talking any of that normie trash like Garfield Kart or Garfield Kart Furious Racing, which actually looks kind of good, not gonna lie. I might pick it up on Switch. No, I'm talking about Garfield Rush. So, as you can imagine, when people heard about this game, they were ecstatic. Positive reviews were flying in from every angle that could be conceived by the human mind. Now, on to the review of Garfield Rush.
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片，在香港这座城市的设置。主演钱德勒、罗斯、福波斯伊、瑞秋、莫妮卡和一些其他他妈的演员。
Alright, so the first thing to look at when critiquing a game is the playable characters. And let me tell you, everyone's here. They got Garfield, they got Odie, Normal, Chicken Garfield, Gangster Odie, Garfield. As you can see, the character roster is very extensive and hard to fit all in one video, so I'll skip over it for the sake of this video's length. You're welcome. The characters, they all control relatively the same, but each provide different buffs, giving the player a lot of options and ways to change up their playstyle. Some people might say that this character roster is too ambitious and leads to balancing issues, but let me tell you, if Smash Ultimate can balance its characters, then Garfield Rush can do it but 50 times better. Every single character serves its intended purpose and is a joy to play. They all each have unique voices as well to change up the way the player experiences the game.
纪录片在香港这座城市的设置。主演钱德勒、罗斯、福波斯伊、瑞秋、莫妮卡和一些其他他妈的演员。
Alright, now on to the level design. There are a plethora of different environments for the player to run around in. There's a standard subway. You got your Western area, you got your Venice, you got your Donkey Kong inspired jungle area, and so many more. Let me tell you, folks. Each environment feels alive and breathing with different textures and unique randomly generated paths for each, so it keeps you on your toes. Randomly generated paths are usually looked down upon by gamers of today, but in this case, they are used to the game's advantage. Unlike Ape Out, which is a garbage game for babies with annoying RNG levels that become a pain to navigate. Garfield Rush, however, sees the garbage levels of Ape Out and says, you know what? I'm gonna make a good game. And so they did. On top of the levels feeling lived in, they also feature beautiful backgrounds and high resolution textures that would blow the mind of any PC gamer. The cars and other obstacles add to the life of the Garfield Rush world. You'll see trains coming at you that have a ton of character and emotion. I swear, I cried at least 3 times when I was playing this game. Overall, I say the level design is a masterclass of its kind.
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片，在香港这座城市的设置。主演。
Now we all know that you can't have a game without gameplay, so let's move on to the gameplay. The controls of Garfield Rush are very simplistic and easy to get a hold of, but like Smash Bros, they are very difficult to master. At surface level, the game seems really easy, but you soon discover that it's harder than Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. The game has you swiping left, right, forward, and backwards to avoid obstacles. Avoiding obstacles requires pinpoint precision and can only be mastered if you already know how to parry in Dark Souls. The speed of the game increases the further you progress during a run. While on a run, you collect coins, which can be used to purchase costumes, upgrade costumes for bonus abilities, make food for Garfield to eat, and a variety of other things. Food will provide XP when the player feeds it to Garfield, which is used to slowly level the player's profile up. There are various milestones that are provided to the player to work towards. These mechanics keep the player engaged and active. Without the amazing mechanics that Garfield Rush provides, the world would be a worse place than what it is now. Now, let's talk about a game with bad music for a second. You ever played Dark Souls 3? You know that game directed by Hidetaka Miyazaki? Yeah, that game's music sucks dick. Let me play a little bit of it for a second. You hear that? That's the sound of boredom. I've never played a game so tiring and uninteresting as Dark Souls 3. The music doesn't engage the player and tries its best to fit with what's going on screen, but ends up falling on its face and eating shit. Garfield Rush, however, immerses the player in the world with its tracks. Just take a listen to this song. Now, look at me with a straight face and tell me that isn't masterful. That's right! You can't! Garfield Rush's music is superior to Dark Souls 3's in every way imaginable. Therefore, it is the best game soundtrack of all time.
朋友是一个坚韧不拔的纪录片，在香港这座城市的设置。
Alright, I know. You, my loyal viewer, probably tired of hearing comparisons when talking about different aspects of Garfield Rush. So instead of comparing the art of Garfield Rush to another game's art, I'm going to compare it to another game's art. Now, have you ever played a little game called Cuphead? This game has its merits, I won't lie, but the art style is certainly not one of them. I'll show a little bit of gameplay on screen so you can take in the disgusting art style.
This match will get red hot. And begin!
Alright, you see how disgusting that is? Yeah? Yeah? Now, take a look at Garfield Rush's art style. Oh my god! Look at how fluid the gameplay is, how crisp the models are, and how realistic the shading of the world looks. It looks like you're playing a Pixar movie on your phone. Now, I know I was a little bit hard on the game's visuals, but I'd say they have a little something for everyone. Alright, so this took a lot of brain power. I don't know if I did the game justice when expressing how good it actually is. But I'm going to say the Garfield Rush gets a solid 9.5 out of 10. Yeah. Now, some of my loyal fans might say that the score is too low, but I have my reasons. I won't disclose what they are, but I assure you that they're good reasons. Also, I'd like to thank all of the people that supported me in the creation of this video. I know it took way too long. I probably could have gotten it done way back when I first said that I would start making a review for this game. I procrastinated, and I'm sorry, but I promise from the bottom of my heart that I will pull the same shit again when I make another video. Also, listen to Purple Lamborghini by Rick Ross. It's really good. The Skrillex part, not that interesting, but when Rick Ross shows up, it gets pretty good.